Today we're going to be taking a look at every single face of the franchise / Team Affinity Season 1 card in MLB The Show 22 Diamond Dynasty, all the way from Mike Trout, all the way to JT Realmuto. So many good cards in this program. Now I know they did change Team Affinity and the first inning program. They made it a little bit different this year. Not the easiest to complete like previous years, so it's going to be a little more difficult to actually get some of these cards onto your team, but I will be dropping a video later today on how to get this done as quickly as possible to get some of these cards onto the team. But we are going to be reviewing all of them in this video, and then later today I'll also be ranking all these cards so you know which ones to go for first. So if you're excited for this one, do me a favor, hit the like button, hit that subscribe if you're new. I would greatly appreciate it. We have so much MLB The Show 22 content coming to the channel all day, so make sure to subscribe, and then follow me at my Twitch as well, which I'll be live at all week beginning on Sunday with a ton of MLB The Show 22 content. But I hope you all enjoy the video, and let's get it.
Minika, watch me on Twitch, ooh, I'm streaming. I'm on YouTube, subscribe to the channel, red button beaming. Let's get that sub count, take over YouTube, ooh, we teaming. My content so high, ooh, yeah, I'm steaming. Ooh, yeah, I'm steaming. Red button beaming.
So we are going to take a look at all 30 face of the franchise Team Affinity Season 1 cards. The game is officially out, so we have all the stats for all these cards, and we're going to see which ones are worth it. Now, they did change Team Affinity and the first inning program in MLB The Show 22. I'm going to drop videos later in the day on how to get these done as quickly as possible. I don't know how I feel about it yet that they changed Team Affinity and the first inning program. In the comments down below, let me know. But this is what we're doing, this is what we're going for, and this is how we're going to try to get these cards. So in this video, we're just going to take a look at the stats. I'm not going to talk about how to get this done quickly. Like I said, that video will be out later today. So we're going to go division by division, just check out the card, see if it's good, see if it's bad. Very brief. I'm going to be dropping a ranking of all these face of the franchise cards later today, so I will do the more in-depth stuff when we get to the ranking. So for this video, we'll just take a brief look at every single card. So for the AL West, we have Kyle Tucker, Mike Trout, Sean Murphy, Mitch Haniger, and Corey Seeger. One of the more stacked divisions in this Team Affinity face of the franchise program. Kyle Tucker, always love his cards, great swing, lefty bat, and the stats tell the story here. This card's going to be really good from the Team Affinity program. 82 contact against righties, 81 against lefties, 80 power against righties, 94 against lefties. Solid enough in the field with that 88 fielding, 92 racks time, and then 62 speed. Doesn't have the best arm in the world, but I'm really a fan of Kyle Tucker cards, so I think this is going to be really good. Then we have a free Mike Trout. There's nothing to complain about when you have a free Mike Trout card, and this card is 81 contact against righties, 75 against lefties, 107 power against righties, 73 against lefties. Fielding stats are going to be high 70s, low 80s. You can't complain about a free Mike Trout. It's obviously not going to be the live series card, but it's still a very good Mike Trout card that you can get completely free, or you can buy on the market for much cheaper than his live series card. Then we are going to have a 90 overall Sean Murphy, one of the few catchers in this program with okay contact but really good power, and you really don't need amazing contact at the beginning of the year, so this catcher is actually going to be pretty elite. That power is going to be excellent. The fielding stats are outstanding. This might be the best catcher in the game day one. I got to check out some of the other catchers in the game, but this Sean Murphy really wowed me. This division's absolutely stacked. 95 fielding, 98 arm, 99 reacts time, and then 88 blocking. Speed is actually okay for a catcher too at 35 speed. So that Sean Murphy's really good. I think Haniger's probably gonna be the worst, and as I say that, this card's actually really good too. The power is 94 against righties, 102 against lefties, 98 contact against lefties, 75 against righties. The fielding stats are okay, kind of similar to Kyle Tucker here, and the speed's pretty similar to Kyle Tucker. So if you want a lefty bat, go with Tucker. If you want a righty, go with Haniger. The power is way in Haniger's favor. Haniger has an okay swing. That card looks absolutely nasty, but maybe my favorite card in this pack, maybe besides Murphy really surprised me on how good he actually is going to be Corey Seeger. I love Corey Seeger's swing, lefty bat, one of my favorite swings in the game every single year, and the stats are really good too. 93 contact against righties, 92 against lefties, 82 power against righties, 84 against lefties. He's good enough defensively. I honestly wouldn't play him at shortstop. I'm going to throw him at second base to hide his fielding a little bit. Mid 70s across the board though, not too bad with 47 speed. So the AL West is absolutely stacked. Then we have the NL West, which is actually the opposite in my opinion. It's okay, but it's not completely stacked like the AL West. We have Carson Kelly, CJ Crone, Cody Ballinger, Jake Cronenworth, and Logan Webb. Carson Kelly, another okay catcher, not as good as Murphy, but if you can't get Murphy in the pack, go with Kelly. He's definitely solid as well. Pretty solid fielding stats, 80s across the board, and decent power numbers. Then we have CJ Crone. First basemans are going to have good power, so it doesn't stand out to me too much, but definitely some solid power. power, 99 contact against lefties, okay against righties. Fielding stats are okay for a first baseman, so not a bad card here for CJ Crone. Then we have Cody Ballinger. Speaking of players with my favorite swings in MLB The Show, there might not be a better swing in MLB The Show than Cody Ballinger, and they gave this card good enough stats that he can be used for the first few weeks of the game. His contact is not going to be great, but like I said, you're not going to be running to a lot of pitchers with high hits per 9, so the contact isn't going to matter too much. What is going to matter is great lefty swing with great power, 88 against righties, 86 against lefties, and he is still a stud defensively. 88 fielding, 99 arm, 91 react time, and then 74 speed, 61 steal. The live series Bellinger, no good. This 90 overall though, really solid. Then we have a 90 overall Jake Cronenworth. This card's solid for a second baseman. He can play every single infield position. Okay power numbers, they're a little low for my liking at the beginning of the year. Defense is okay, speed is okay, all around okay card for Cronenworth. And then we're gonna have Logan Webb. This card could get glitchy. Sinker cutter combo, slider and changeup combo, good speed differentials. Logan Webb, his hits per 9 and Ks per 9 are very low, but again, it's the beginning of the year, so I still think I would go with Logan Webb. He's a pretty good card. Then we have the AL East. We're going to have Cedric Mullins, Rafael Devers, Aroldis Chapman, Wander Franco, and Alex Manoah. Cedric Mullins, great swing, small strike zone, a lot of pop in his bat, so Cedric Mullins is going to be a good card. They actually gave him a decent arm as well. Decent fielding stats for Cedric Mullins. He's going to be a solid card, definitely a solid option here. Rafael Devers, I would definitely not play him at third base. Doesn't have the defense for that. Play him at first base, but monstrous power against righties. Great lefty swing as well. I really like that Devers card. Now Chapman, this is what I want to see. Does he have outlier? Chapman doesn't have outlier. They did change his pitching stance as well, so I don't know if he's going to be as good this year as he was in previous years. He's not going to be throwing as hard as he did in previous year without outlier. He still could probably reach 99 to 100 miles an hour with 116 hits per 9, 118 Ks per 9, and he's a lefty reliever coming out of the bullpen. Definitely a solid option. You can't go wrong with all these cards, and Chapman's pretty solid. I am a little disappointed though in this Wander Franco card. The power is way too low for my liking. He could be a bench bat against lefties. Defense and speed is okay, but I am a little disappointed with this Wander Franco card. And then Alex Manoah, decent speed differentials, decent pitch selection here, okay hits per 9, okay Ks per 9. I probably won't pick him though. We have 3 more divisions to go. We have the NL East, so we have Acuna, Jazz Chisholm, Francisco Lindor, Realmuto, and Josh Bell. This is another good division. Acuna is absolutely stacked out because of the power. 92 power against righties, 100 against lefties. They did give him 69 fielding and reaction time to nerf him a little bit, but he'll make up for that with his 90 speed, and then he has a cannon of an arm with 90 arm, 91 arm accuracy, and the power is going to carry this card. He's going to be really good if you can't afford his live series card. Jazz Chisholm, excellent infielder, whether you want to put him at second base, third base, shortstop. Defense is solid enough. Second base would be my suggestion though, which is his primary anyway. 91 speed is solid, pretty solid lefty swing, okay power and contact. Jazz is a pretty solid card. Then we have Francisco Lindor, who has a glitchy swing, switch hitting bat, power numbers are okay, contact numbers are okay as well, but defensively he's really good. Fielding 99 reaction time. This might be another card though you have to use at second base. There's a lot of great second basemans based off secondaries because the 68 arm at shortstop is not going to get it done with 69 speed. So Lindor is going to be glitchy at the plate and excellent defensively. You just can't use him at shortstop in my opinion. Then we have Realmuto, who can't compare to Murphy at all. This card is not good at all. Murphy is better defensively. Murphy is better power wise all across the board. Realmuto is definitely one of the worst cards in this face of the franchise program in my opinion. Then we have Josh Bell. He's going to be a switch hitting bat. He has a solid swing as well. Defense doesn't matter. He's going to be a first baseman. Power is going to be great, but a lot of first baseman's powers are going to be great at hitting stats, so he doesn't really wow me, but he's definitely not a bad card. We have the AL Central, really only a couple cards here that I'm really excited about. Louise Robert is going to be good. Byron Buxton is going to be good. And Class A, we're going to take a look at really quick. He does have that outlier cutter, so that will make him usable. Without that outlier cutter, I didn't think Class A was honestly going to be usable in my opinion, but he will be with that outlier cutter. We do have Louise Robert now, who this card is really good for an outfielder. Ton of great outfielders in this program. You really can't go wrong. He's excellent against lefties. He's solid enough against righties though, especially if you can get him paralleled up. The fielding stats are really solid and the speed, so Louise Robert going to be a really solid card. Casey Mize, I don't really know much about him if I'm being completely honest. His pitch selection is okay. Four-seam fastball, slider, sinker, splitter, curveball. Decent speed differentials, okay per 9 stats for the beginning of the year. 69 actually, Ks per 9 is really low. I take that back. Bad per 9 stats. Velo and break are going to be solid for the beginning of the year. But again, I'm not going to be using this card. No reason to put this Casey Mize on your team in my opinion. Andrew Benintendi, left fielder, okay swing, lefty bat, power numbers, not really good for the beginning of the year. Contact solid though, fielding stats, speed. He can't compare with some of the other outfielders like Haniger, Kyle Tucker, Trout, Buxton, Louise Robert though, so he cannot compare with them. And speaking of Buxton, here comes Byron Buxton right now. He's going to have some of the best defense in the game at the beginning of the year. 99 fielding, 96 arm, 81 arm accuracy, 99 racks time with 99 speed to begin the year. player. I mean, this card has to make your outfield, even if he's not the best hitter, and he still does have decent power numbers. Contact, again, doesn't matter too much. So Buxton is going to be elite. I definitely recommend putting Buxton onto your team. And then we will finish things off. I think I did every other division. I didn't do the NL Central. Yeah, so NL Central is going to be the last division for the video. We have Marcus Stroman, Joey Vado, Devin Williams, Brian Reynolds, and Tommy Edmund. Stroman's going to have another glitchy pitch selection here: sinker, slider, splitter, cutter, four-seam fastball. Speed differentials aren't the best on this card, but he has the pitches that you want to use. He has a slider, he has a sinker, he has a cutter. Per 9 stats going to be low for the beginning of the year, but just like Logan Webb, I'll probably throw Stroman into my rotation at the beginning of the year. Joey Vado, his live series card is not a diamond, so I don't think it's usable, but this 90 overall card does have 108 power against righties, okay defensive stats for a first baseman, and contact against righties, but he is not good against lefties. So if you don't want to use him, you want to use him as a bench bat against righties, you can do that with okay speed for a first baseman with 24. And then Devin Williams, I saw this card's stats already. He has excellent per 9 stats, pretty solid pitch selection as well. Not really anything when it comes to speed differentials though, so that might hurt him a little bit. But I mean, this card's going to be great to come out of the bullpen at the beginning of the year with 112 hits per 9 and 114 Ks per 9. Then we have Brian Reynolds, and Brian Reynolds, I loved his card at MLB The Show 21. His finest was amazing, and this card looks okay. 81 power against righties, 60 against lefties, solid enough defensively with excellent contact and pretty solid speed. But again, I don't think he'll compare to some of the best outfielders in this program. And then Tommy Edmund, unfortunately, the power against righties is just too low for my liking. There's better infielders in this program than Tommy Edmund, even though he does have great fielding and great speed. He has a decent swing. I like this postseason card in 21, but he's just not going to get it done for me in 22. That will do it for the review of every single face of the franchise list, team affinity card, whatever you want to call it, in the comments down below. Again, let me know which card you're going to be going for first in the face of the franchise program if you are able to select a card in your pack. I don't know how I feel about it. Again, them changing team affinity and the first inning programs. Let me know in the comments down below what you think of that. But if you enjoyed this video, do me a favor, hit the like button, hit that subscribe if you're new. I would greatly appreciate it, and make sure to follow me at all my socials, including my Twitch, which I'll be live at all week beginning on Sunday for MLB The Show 22. But I'll talk to you all in the next video. Peace.